Welcome to another episode of the GSatTrack How-To series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to export your reports as KML files. You can then bring those KML files back into GSatTrack to use for visual representation of an asset you might have removed from the portal. Or you can also take that KML data and overlay it into other applications like Google Earth. To begin, we want to come to our main panel, then select Reports. In this case, I'm going to choose the activity report. I want to choose the asset or group of assets that I want to view in my report. I'm then going to select the date range, put that for the last year because that's certainly had a lot of travel. Then click Done. Today's date's fine, and then Show Details. Now, once the report is run, you can see all the activity here visually on GSatTrack itself. But I want to export that data. To do so, I would just come over to this button on the side and then choose Export to KML. Now that I've done that, if I want to actually view what that information looks like, so I know whether it's safe for me to remove an asset's history or remove it from the portal and potentially lose its history, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to Add Item. From there, I'm going to select Add Map Layer. I'm then going to name this new map layer. I'm going to call it Scott Activity Report. I'm then going to choose the file location, and it just put it in my download file, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. Now I'm not going to enable it by default, but I would have the option, and then preview the map layer. So that KML file that I just set up now has the data available for me to view where I've been and where my phone has been at. So rather than giving me icons, which is normally what we would associate on the portal, you would be able to click on these little areas, these little dots, circles, that would give you the exact same information as if the data and if that asset was still there. So here I can see all my latitude and longitude, the speed, the altitude, anything that was coming from the device at that moment is still going to be there, and I can of course go to the next position as well. So now that I've chosen to look at my activity report and I see that everything's good, I'm going to create the map layer. Now, this will be available for me to view inside the portal as a layer. So I can be confident in the fact that if I remove my asset, the historical data is still there for me to view and I don't have to worry about losing it. So I'm now going to go over here to Layers. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Scott Activity Report, and we can see it just popped up here. So now we can actually see the locations where we've been, and now that data is on the map for us to use. So if I get in real close, I can actually see the different positions where I was at, and those little circles are originated, and I can see how other things may have dealt with it. So there we go. Our asset information is right there in a historical format. So you could then take this information and impart it on another application, again, like Google Earth, or maybe another solution. So that's how you export KML data, and actually also how you bring it back into the system so you can make use of it. Thank you very much, and I look forward to our next video.